Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we will be discussing the difference between machine learning and deep learning. So if you are someone who is trying to get the understanding between these two concepts, then this video is for you. So for this and more, grab your notepads and let's dive into it. Alright, so we are going to start first with introduction to machine learning. When we say machine learning, what exactly is machine learning? Yeah, so imagine you have a computer program that can learn from data. Yeah, so that is what essentially machine learning is about, okay? So it's a subset of artificial intelligence that enables machine learning to learn patterns from data and make decisions or predictions without you manually programming it to do so, okay? And in machine learning, we feed data into an algorithm, and then the algorithm processes the data and generates a model, okay? Now you can use this model to make predictions or decisions based on new input data. Now let's also talk about deep neural network or deep learning, okay? With deep learning, it's a subset of machine learning. So we have artificial intelligence at the top, followed by machine learning, and beneath machine learning, we have deep learning, okay? So it's inspired by the structure and function of the human brain, which is called artificial neural network, okay? So in deep neural network, we use multiple layers, okay? So when you look at the diagram below here, one is simple neural network and this one is deep neural network, right? The difference is the multiple layers we have here. Here we just have a single layer, which makes it a simple neural network or a shallow neural network, okay? But here we have multiple layers, which makes it a deep neural network, okay? So these layers enables the model to learn hierarchical representation of the data, okay? So when you pass a data, this layer process the data, move it or pass it onto the next layer to each node or neuron will process the data and pass it onto the next layer, okay? So it's perform it until it gets to the final end, okay? And it allows it to learn complex features as well. And now let's also talk about the key differences, okay? Now what makes machine learning, right now we know that deep learning is under machine learning, but what makes machine learning or deep learning stand apart from other traditional machine learning, okay? So the first one we'll be talking about is the representation of the data, okay? So in traditional machine learning algorithms or traditional machine learning, we actually perform manual feature engineering, okay? So you have to go through your raw data and find out which features will actually help the model to train or learn well, okay? And you use those features. So you find the most informative features and use them. But in deep learning, you don't do that. You just pass the whole model or just pass the whole data to the algorithm. It will find the most informative features and use them, okay? Now let's also talk about complexity. So now looking at typical machine learning algorithms, they have simple models, okay? They are simple models. For example, decision tree, support vector machine, and linear regression. They all have simple architecture, okay? But with deep neural network, it has complex architecture, which can handle large amount of data and learn intricate patterns and make decisions, okay? So this helps it or makes it suitable for tasks such as image recognition, natural language processing, and more, okay? So now let's also dive into the applications, okay? In machine learning, we have some applications such as recommendation systems. Netflix has one, Amazon has, I think YouTube also has one, right? And we also have spam detections. Gmail, when you have or an anonymous person sends you message, you can actually detect or they can just direct it into your spam box, right? And it's done by spam detection, okay? We also have credit scoring. And in deep learning, we have image recognition. Under image recognition, you can have facial recognition or object detection, right? We also have natural language processing. Under natural language processing, we can use it to create chatbots and language translations, okay? And the last one I will be talking about is autonomous vehicles. So vehicles that can run on the street or drive themselves in the street without human intervention. So with all this being said, we now come into conclusion that with machine learning and deep learning, they are all sub branches of artificial intelligence, right? But they differ in terms of data representation, complexity of their models and their applications, right? So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, kindly click on the subscribe button, like this video, and see you in the next video.